Chapter 5, Finding a Way to Fearlessness, Insights and Meditations from Fear, Understanding and Accepting the Insecurities of Life by Osho. Oh no. Fear exists only in the mechanism of the mind. You will have to learn to separate yourself from the mechanism. We become so identified with the mechanism that we have completely forgotten the distance. It is just the mind, and the mind is nothing but all the conditionings that have been given to you by others. Just start observing a little bit. For example, you see a rose flower, and immediately you say, "It is beautiful." Scrutinize it, observe it. Whose words are you repeating? Is it your experience right here, now, this moment? This assertion that the flower is beautiful? Is it really your experience right now, or are you just repeating somebody's words that you heard in your childhood, or that you read in a book? Repeating somebody's...
I feel like he's constantly insulting me.
Yeah, no, it's like somebody's repeating somebody else's words.
It's like I don't have a single thought in my own mind.
Yeah, it's like, okay. A teacher, a parent, a friend, just remember, and you will be surprised at what you find. If you look deep, you will be able to find out. Yes, it was some particular person who said it for the first time, "Look, what a beautiful flower." That became part of your program, and since then you have been repeating it. And the more you have repeated it, the more ingrained it has become. Now it is almost like a tape recording. You see the flower, the stimulus is there, and immediately the response comes and the tape starts playing. It says, "It is beautiful." It is not you who are saying that it is beautiful. You have not even been allowed to see the flower because the programming is there. Fear is not coming from your being either. Watch it, analyze it, go into it, and you will be surprised to discover who has taught you. It is somebody in your childhood who has made you afraid of love, afraid of strangers, afraid of the unknown, hence those voices. And you will be able to find whose voices they are, your mother's, your father's, and I am not saying they were wrong. At the time they were made, they were relevant, but now they are irrelevant. You have grown up. Now those programs don't fit. Those programs are just hangovers from the past. But they continue because the mind knows no way of erasing them, unless you become very aware and erase them consciously. The mind cannot erase its programs automatically. The mind only knows how to be programmed. It has no capacity to deprogram itself. That is one of the most fundamental problems to be encountered. And that's what my work consists of, helping you to become aware of the programming, so that you can begin to separate yourself and see that you are not the program. Self-conscious or self-aware. We have two terms that are very different but appear very similar. One is self-consciousness, the other is self-awareness. The meaning is the same as far as language is concerned, but existentially there is a great difference. Self-consciousness is a disease. If you suddenly have to go for an interview, you become self-conscious. Or if you are suddenly asked to deliver a lecture standing on a podium, you become self-conscious. Facing so many people who are all focusing on you creates great trembling inside. It is said that the mind starts functioning the moment you are born, till one day you stand on a podium to speak, then it stops. Then suddenly you don't know what is what. Suddenly all thoughts disappear. Those are the only moments you know of no thought. But you miss them because you are so afraid and trembling and perspiring. Self-awareness is totally different. It has nothing to do with the ego. You have two selves. One is the false, the ego, which is only a belief. If you look deeply into it, you will not find it anywhere. The other is your real self, your original face, your essential nature. Once you have known the mystery of life through your own being, you will know it everywhere. Once you have known it within you, you will know it without too. But the first work has to be done in your inner world. You have to become a lab, a great experiment. You are the experiment. You are the instrument of the experiment, the lab, everything. Because inside there is nobody else, nothing else. You are all. the experimenter and the experimented upon, and the experiment. Okay. Right. Nothing to lose. There is nothing to fear but fear itself.
No.
That's not what he. That's
Okay.
not. No, that's not what he wrote. That's not what he wrote. I just couldn't help myself. There's nothing to fear because we don't have anything to lose. Nobody can rob us, and all that can be robbed is not worthwhile. So why fear? Why suspect? Why doubt? Because of fear, you miss many things. Because of fear, we cannot love, or even if we love, it is always half-hearted. It is always so-so. We always come to a point beyond which we are afraid, so we are stuck there. We cannot move deep in friendship because of fear. We cannot be prayerful because of fear. Be conscious, but never cautious. Really? Okay. The distinction is very subtle. Consciousness is not rooted in fear. Caution is rooted in fear. One is cautious so that one may never go wrong, but then one cannot go very far. The very fear will not allow you to investigate new lifestyles, new channels of energy, new directions, new lands. It will not allow you. You will always tread on the same path again and again, shuttling backward and forward, shuttling backward and forward. One becomes like a freight train.
Oh, thank God it's coming soon.
Yes, train is coming to take us away. Oh my God. Consciousness simply says, be conscious of whatsoever you are doing, wherever you are going. Just remain alert, so you can enjoy it to the very last drop, so nothing is missed. You are alert. Fear is one of the most basic problems to be encountered. So if you feel your fear is growing less, make it even lesser. It is like weeds in the garden. One has to go on continually pulling them up and throwing them away. Otherwise, they tend to overrun the whole garden. If you allow the weeds, sooner or later, the roses will disappear, flowers will disappear, and there will be weeds all over the garden.
We are very weedy people.
Yes, we're weedy.
We're weedy.
You have weedy minds. One has to go. Should I stop? All right. So yeah. So we're weeding out
weedy, short spiritual pygmies who have not a clue. And okay. All right, Osho.
Oh no, Osho.
No. All right. Is that the train?
I think that's the train.
Okay. All right. Well, we're off, people. We're off and running.
The next distant land.
Yes. To our real yobs. Anyway. All right, guys. Our train is here.
Okay. So long.
Have a good one. Bye, Osho.
Well, there you have it, dear listeners. In a time when such uncertainty plagues our world and our lives, we tend to go searching for sources of comfort and words to carry on. Osho's book, Fear, Understanding and Accepting the Insecurities of Life, is not one of those sources. Do not look to Osho for words of comfort. Instead, you will find garbled regurgitations of true spiritual leaders and authors. There's nothing truly unique or novel in anything he is saying, and his deliverance of muddled prose and long-winded laments of being misunderstood in his youth are often delivered with a good amount of slights and an overall disdain of folks who struggle. One of the reviews on the back of his book describes him as controversial, perhaps due to his constant insults towards people he does not feel are woke. Yet I find his opinion of what woke means describes a person who is looking for validation and acceptance in being self-absorbed, dismissive, rude, condescending, with a penchant towards being socially and morally irresponsible, whilst posing as a person who lives wild and free, without fear. Halfway through this read, I found myself asking if this was some sort of joke. Perhaps he was purposely writing a satire, a commentary of the Eckhart Tolles and Neil Donald Walshes of the world. that would actually make more sense. But upon reading other reviews, there are many folks who take this and other books by Osho seriously, of which I am not going to read. So, with that, I'm going to say that as for me and my house, this book is headed for recycling to be reincarnated as a roll of paper towels or perhaps pages to a book that has more heart and more understanding of what fear truly is and how we can move through it with true compassion and love that is sorely missing in this lacking attempt of spiritual guidance. So I'm sorry, but it's a no-go for Osho.
This has been a special edition of Deep Spinach, a production of Javi Media, on the web at www.javimedia.net. For more information, send us a message via Morse code. Thanks for listening. Javi Media.